Hi everyone. My topic for the persuasion speech is, should children be required to receive their Tdap vaccination? So just to get started, I personally think that children should be required to get their Tdap shot. The Tdap shot protects children from potentially getting whooping cough, tetanus, and diphtheria. All of these illnesses can leave your child from becoming very ill and possibly even die. All of these illnesses are very, very contagious and pose risks for other young children as well. The vaccination is not harmful to children and it comes with very, very low risks. So to just get started into the speech and the information, I would like to touch on some more familiarity of each disease and some of the potential risks that it does pose. So here's a description of what can happen to your child if they do receive any one of these diseases that this vaccination unfortunately does prevent from. For example, whooping cough can start with a runny nose, mild cough, and it can even come on with sleep apnea, which is when your child stops breathing throughout the night. The CDC claims that these symptoms will only progress and they can possibly even turn into coughing very hard over and over again. These coughing fits will tend to happen more at night. They will gasp for air after a coughing fit. They'll even make a whooping sound. This actually is where the name whooping cough comes from. Babies may not make this sound or cough, but they may gag, gasp, or stop breathing. Difficulty breathing, eating, drinking, and sleeping are all common side effects. Another one is unfortunately turning blue from a lack of oxygen, and they might even vomit after coughing fits. Coughing fits can last up to 10 weeks and sometimes can happen again until the child has a respiratory illness. So this disease is very, very serious for children, and it's so important that they stay vaccinated from it. This is not my visual aid, but if you haven't heard a child that has whooping cough, I just thought that everybody should just kind of hear what it does sound like. So you can clearly hear them gasping for air, really not being able to breathe, and this vaccination prevents the child from getting this disease. Dysphoria can come on just as slow as whooping cough did, and it starts with just a mild sore throat and a fever. The CDC website also claims that children younger than 5, as many as 1 in 5 will pass away from this. So that definitely should pose some thoughts in your guys' mind of how important this vaccination is for your children to receive. How effective the vaccination is, I know that can be a strong question of, does it work? Should I give my child this? And yes, the vaccination has been proven to be very effective. The vaccination is so effective that the CDC website tells us that within the first year of getting vaccinated with Tdap, it protects about 7 out of the 10 people who receive it. Then there is a decrease in effectiveness in the following years, but about 3 or 4 out of 10 people are fully protected after getting the Tdap. So if you receive the vaccination as a baby, you get a round of 3 shots. And if you receive it as a child, you get 2 shots. And as a preteen, you only get 1. And as an adult who has never had one, you get 1 shot and you only need it every 10 years. So those odds are looking pretty good to be able to keep your child safe. So going on to the possible side effects of the vaccination, all vaccinations can have side effects just like this one. Some of the vaccinations come with possible side effects, but this one usually resides within a couple of days. According to kidshealth.org, some of these side effects can include fever, mild crankiness, tiredness, loss of appetite, tenderness, and red and swelling near the area where the shot was given. But like I said, they do reside within a couple of days. Rarely, at times, this website also claimed that a child can have a seizure, a high fever, or uncontrollable crying after you get the vaccination. But these sorts of side effects are so rare that researchers are questioning whether that is even caused by the vaccine. Most kids really just have a few minor or just no side effects at all. So rolling into another big topic is, I know a lot of people believe that all vaccinations are harmful to their children. And I tried to do some research on that to know both sides of everybody's story. So this is why parents believe the vaccination is dangerous and harmful to their child, but science proves otherwise. People have come up with the theory that not just Tdap, but any vaccination pose very high risk to their children. Some of them even include that the vaccination gives their child autism. As it states in the Healthline article, the Center for Disease Control and the Prevention, CDC, a very trusted source, also states that the vaccinations are very safe in all but few cases. The CDC also clarified that the vaccine ingredients do not cause autism. So the CDC, who goes over everything, proves that it doesn't happen. People believe that vaccinations cause autism. They're not quite so worried about the Tdap, but more so the mumps vaccination, but they've even proven that that one does not cause autism. Another topic that I wanted to talk about was how easy it is to stay on a vaccination schedule and ensure that your child's being vaccinated at the appropriate times, and it's very safe for them to be able to be vaccinated. First, obviously, check with your pediatrician and they can help you make sure that you are on the safest schedule and something that works for you and your family. So for my visual aid, I have this diagram here, and this is a child immunization recommendation schedule. So I have starred here the vaccination that I'm talking about, and it shows how often they need it, but it also shows how often they would need other vaccinations. Obviously, check with your pediatrician first, but this is so easy to have on hand and be able to make sure that they're getting it safely. So to talk a little bit more about the schedule for Tdap vaccination, that their first one should be at 2 months, their second one at 4 months, and some may need one at need their third vaccination at 6 months, and then they all recommend that they get their fourth dose at 15 to 18 months and their last dose at 4 to 6 years old. So like I said, this schedule only applies when the parent has been following this schedule religiously. It can't start when the child is 6 months old and then keep going from there. So of course, consult with your pediatrician. In conclusion, though, making the choice to give your child a vaccination can be so scary, but hopefully with all of the research and information that was provided in this speech, it can help you ease your mind and allow for the best decision and safety of your child to be made. Knowing all these risks and science behind it and the benefits hopefully can just help make this choice a little bit easier. Thank you.